Well, the E&N Railway has been a fixture on Vancouver Island for 125 years now, but it may be the end of the line for the Via Rail Bud car. The Dayliner left Victoria today on what very well could be its final trip to Nanaimo. The old rail line that the train runs on is falling apart, and it'll cost $15 million to fix it. So far, requests to senior levels of government for the funding have gone unanswered. A&E's Mid-Island Bureau Chief Jonathan Bartlett joins us now with more on the story. Jonathan.
Hudson, the Island Corridor Foundation says without federal and provincial funding, the historic E&N Railway will be history.
Via Rail's Dayliner leaves the roundhouse in Vic West for the last time before it journeys north to its new home in Nanaimo. Some worry it could be its last trip on the E&N rail line.
We're going to lose this railway if they don't do something.
Which is why a small group of people are here to welcome the train as it arrives in Nanaimo, complete with a band playing a song adapted just for the event.
I'm the one they call E&N Dayliner, Victoria to Courtenay and back again.
Via Rail thought it was better to have it here at the Wellcox Yard in Nanaimo. It's a more secure location.
Passenger rail service is suspended while the Island Corridor Foundation waits for government funding to fix a decaying rail line. Both the federal and provincial governments have been asked to come up with $15 million to keep the E&N passenger service going.
I'm pretty confident. I think there's a very strong possibility we'll see that $15 million, $7.5 million from both the federal and provincial governments.
Freight traffic still uses this rail line, but not passenger service. The train has to move so slow, it's impossible to maintain a schedule.
It's a constant struggle to keep rail ties replaced, and expensive too. Rail ties are rotting, making it unsafe for trains to go at practical speeds.
We've reached the point now where we need some capital infrastructure improvement to the track in order to carry on, to have the track sustainable and safe service for the future.
Without the $15 million, I mean, the passenger service is already shut down. It's going to put incredible pressure on our freight service.
ICF will continue to petition Via Rail to reverse the service, making it much more commuter-friendly.
If you were to use rail from up island to go to Victoria, you're stuck overnight. And now, at least for folks from Nanaimo south, you'd be able to, when we get the system turned around, you'd be able to make an early morning run to Victoria and coming home late afternoon around 5:30, 6 o'clock-ish. And it makes much, much more sense.
The Island Corridor Foundation expects an answer about rail infrastructure funding by mid-June.
According to the Island Corridor Foundation, ridership increased 30% in the last 4 years. That's before any rejigging of the schedule. You may have noticed some shots in my story of the Nanaimo train station. Reconstruction of that historic building is set to restart now, thanks to the fundraising efforts of the young professionals of Nanaimo and the anchor tenant in the building, which will be an Irish pub restaurant. Hopefully, it will be able to serve the purpose of a train station as well. Hudson?
An actual working station.
Exactly.
All right, Jonathan, thank you.
Thank you.